The Labour MP Diane Abbott attacks white people again, and the left-wing journalists are exposed for being hypocrites. Well, hello everybody and welcome to today's vlog. For a few months we've been wondering where Diane Abbott, the Labour MP, had been hiding. She's back. She's back with her usual self to attack white people. So in this video we're going to talk about that, but also generally speaking, ordinary people in the country are trying to keep united, they're trying to keep safe. The government, with all their flaws, trying to keep the country together. It's actually the left-wing journalists and politicos, especially the Labour Party, who are causing chaos. For example, Diane Abbott. She did this interview where she decided to attack people based on their skin colour.
We need unity between Black, Asian, minority ethnic and Muslim peoples. We need the maximum public show of unity, because time after time in the past 32 years, I've seen efforts for people of colour to organise disrupted by white people playing the divide and rule card. And this time we can't allow that to happen.
I mean, I don't even know how to respond to that. Why is that an issue? Because firstly, everyone's going through this problem at the same time, and she's mentioned things like this before in the past, where, you know, this whole divide and rule mentality. She's obsessed with what's happened in the past in Europe. The past is the past. Things have changed. The fact that you managed to become the shadow home secretary in this country means I think we made enough progress. On a separate note, as of today, people are now allowed to actually come out more, and some shops are opening. So I've actually come to Oxford Street, so I live actually nearby, to see how everything looks and see what sort of shops are actually open, because I believe M&S, the actual department store, is already open, so you can actually buy clothes, but also we're going to check out how people are generally behaving. Yeah, as expected, M&S is actually open, so you could actually go in there, do some shopping. The good thing about this whole situation is that everyone's actually, more people are out, but in reality they are still social distancing. So this is exactly the whole point, and that's what Sweden have done. This is what Germany are doing now, where you could reopen the economy while still social distancing. You know, most places can still, they'll still be able to do all this without completely shutting down the economy. But going back to the whole Diane Abbott and the lefties causing this division in our country, in our society, it's not the first time, obviously, and it's kind of ironic because they are obsessed with this sort of stuff, with identity politics. These are the same people who always attack people on the right, saying that, you know, they always protect, you know, one group of people, they attack others based on skin color or whatever. But it's actually people on the left who keep doing this even more often these days, which is kind of ironic. Now, the hypocrisy doesn't stop here. We have left-wing so-called journalists or activists like Ash Sarkar, or Ash, I'm literally a communist Sarkar, tweeting this a while ago and suddenly changing her mind. So back in 2018, when Daily Mail tweeted this, that Piers Morgan clashes with a woman who says that the national anthem should be replaced with a crime banger on Good Morning Britain, Ash Sarkar said, "I regret nothing apart from the naive expectation that Piers might let me finish a sentence. Oh well, suppose when he wants to know what someone thinks, he can always listen to their voicemails." Okay, and then yesterday she tweeted this, saying, "It's not great for the BBC that consistently the toughest scrutiny that the government has faced on national broadcast is from Piers Morgan on Good Morning Britain. It's setting the bar on rigorous questioning, and it's not even a hard news show." And Piers Morgan actually retweeted this. Wait, what happened? She went from being a massive public enemy of Good Morning Britain and Piers Morgan to now being one of his cheerleaders. It's embarrassing. It's not only Ash Sarkar, you have Owen Jones tweeting ridiculous stuff like this. So earlier this morning, Owen Jones said, "This crisis is truly exposing right-wingers for what they are. People who dress up their extreme selfishness as a political opinion." And as I told him earlier on myself, it's actually people on the left who are showing their true side, which is dressing up their extreme murderous ideology of socialism as some sort of political opinion. You guys are worse. Extreme selfishness. Really? Are you kidding me? Right, so I've come back home now because there's nothing else to do out there. But so we've mentioned Owen Jones, we've mentioned Ash Sarkar, Diane Abbott. There's one more person who I wouldn't really call him a left winger. He's not really a left winger or a right winger. He's just annoying these days. It's Piers Morgan, the guy who, when this is a meme, when France said be cautious, he didn't say anything. When Scotland said remain vigilant, he didn't say anything. When Boris Johnson said stay alert, he went crazy. So obviously that's a joke, but it actually stands corrected that he's losing his mind. This is the tweet that he sent earlier this morning, saying that once we allow the government to boycott news outlets like Good Morning Britain for asking ministers tough questions, it's a slippery slope to a totalitarian state. Other news organizations should share our disgust at this because they could be next. Oh, wow. So, firstly, okay, let's get this right. Ministers have been told not to go on Piers Morgan's show on ITV's Good Morning Britain because he doesn't let them answer questions. He just bullies them. He keeps like talking and talking, and this is not a normal interview. What they do instead is that they go on other channels. They go on BBC. They go on Sky. They go to Parliament to answer questions. They go on the daily briefings every day to answer questions. This guy thinks just because they don't go on his show, they're not being scrutinized. You don't even have a big audience. We know that. You release the numbers and we compare them to this channel. As you know, last month's ratings for ITV's Good Morning Britain was just over 700,000, and on my YouTube channel 3.4 million. So that's that. Now I know it's not a good comparison because different obviously situations with the UK audience and international audience, but you're comparing your channel to a big, for example, BBC's breakfast show or like the actual Sky News prime time where they get millions. You're not that big anymore. But to end this episode on a lighter note, let's talk about Victoria Derbyshire, the person who I constantly criticize for being useless. This time, actually, she's not too bad. She was presenting the BBC News and she was reporting on something and actually came back with a very sassy response, which is actually quite right.
Stonehenge has been hosting summer solstice celebrations for about 5 millennia, but this year's event has been cancelled because of the virus, obviously. Around 10,000 spectators usually gather at the ancient monument in Wiltshire to mark midsummer on June the 21st. English Heritage, which runs the site, says the sunrise will be streamed online for anyone who wants to watch it. Or you could just get up and look at the sky yourself. Or you could just get up and look at the sky yourself.
For once, Victoria Derbyshire is right. Why would you watch it online? Just open your windows, look up the sky. So yeah, that's Victoria Derbyshire. For the first time, I'm backing her. Just this time. Anyway, thanks again for watching, everybody, and especially the members of this channel. If you want to join as a member to support us and get more access, get more things in return, then check out the link in the description or find the join button next to subscribe, or go on your browser and type in youtube.com/my2c/join. Just check out the details if you're interested to join and support us. And on my2c, I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video.
We need unity between Black, Asian, minority ethnic and Muslim peoples. We need the maximum public show of unity, because time after time in the past 32 years, I've seen efforts for people of colour to organise disrupted by white people playing the divide and rule card. And this time we can't allow that to happen.